Shadow. Hey. Good morning. All right. So here's Shadow. Shadow. Hi. He's a big dog now. And here is, hi. Yep, we'll show Pickles too. Here's the dragon fruit. And that's the bloom that was yesterday. I hope it was pollinated. And that's where the rhubarb was, but I harvested it. A bagel or a muffin or corn? Oh gosh, okay. I have corn. We can give her some corn. Artichoke. Here's the other dragon fruit, which is actually this one here, which has these really long. And then out there's the sunflowers. Good morning. Here is the Mexican guava tree. And it's growing like crazy right now. It's really, really liking the heat. And I keep it well watered. But the Buddha's hand tree is not quite as happy. Its shade tree here got cut down pretty far, so it was getting a lot of shade, but now it's not. But it still has some nice fruits on it. Look at that thing. Wow. Isn't that cool? I don't know. That's so neat looking. And I have really big hands. I mean, yeah. But it's looking beautiful. Other than the little burnt foliage. Hopefully it'll pull through. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us, Funny Man Cam and Sean and Jigglypuff and Mom. Okay, here we have the hibiscus, the yellow hibiscus, which I cut this way, way back in the springtime. And it started exploding with blooms since I cut it back. The other side, again, is like the wildflowers. This hibiscus has not been doing so well with the blooms, but there's a little one. So, and lemongrass. And let's see, we'll come back this way. Here are the big old kale plants that have been growing here for years now. I don't even know. Look at the stalk. This is kale. I need to come in and cut off where all the flowers were and get it back to the foliage. But I'm not sure exactly how long kale is supposed to live for, but this kale has been here a long time. And the rose back in the corner is doing good. The rosemary. This is a kind that grows really tall, woody stalks. And it's doing great. And then peanuts. For the very first time, we've tried growing peanuts. And then I was just learning about peanuts the other day. And it said that the blooms, there's a couple blooms on this one, are supposed to send down, I think what they call spikes, down into the ground. So, like, a flower will, like, shoot down into the ground, and then that makes the peanut. And do not hold me to that because I'm not an expert by any means. But I was just, I'm trying it because why not? It's fun. You can tell the difference here between the sun with the not under the shade cover and under the shade cover. And I kind of think I should move these under the shade, but I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I move them under the shade or should I just leave them out in the sun? When we got them, they were little tiny. So they've gotten much, much bigger. Who knows? All right. That's my pup. That's the lemongrass. This is the tomato tree. This is one tomato plant right there that's almost reached the top of the carport, or I mean, not the top, but like the bottom of the carport. It's reaching for it. That's the orange peach tomato, and that is definitely the most productive. It put on the fruit the earliest. It's been continuing to put on fruit. But look, the sun is coming. All right. And then over here, oh, we need to come out here. Here's some butterfly weed, milkweed for the monarchs. I need to pull this nasturtium out. It's kind of medicined, but I don't really know of anything to put in there to replace it, so I feel like maybe I should just leave it to keep the soil covered. This is a houseplant, and this is another houseplant. They live outside. This sunflower right here. I love this sunflower so much. I think it's the sunspot sunflower. And it's funny because I know we planted so many different sunflower seeds out here, but it seems like we got one of each that actually survived. But this one is beautiful, and it grows out on these really long, skinny stalks. So when you look at it, it kind of looks like the flowers are just floating in the air. It's really pretty, in my personal opinion. Here's just a normal sunflower. It didn't get quite as tall as I was expecting, but it's got a lot to contend with here. This is my aloe vera that needs to be pulled out. We're getting rid of that. I mean, yeah. And here are the prickly pears. And I'm not sure if that's going to be another petal or a flower. Here's some more. But you can just put these, look at, I didn't even stick these in the ground. I just laid them on the top that were cut off of some other prickly pear, and I just set them on the top of the soil, and hello. So, yeah, cactus. Not hard to keep alive. And then this is this section over here. We've got the little Christmas cactus. And we've got the silverleaf nightshade and some butterfly weed. And the black-eyed Susans. And I think this is the sunspot sunflower. And some zinnias coming. But lots and lots of Bermuda grass as well. And we don't really like the Bermuda grass, but you know. Here's this green stalk planter. Yeah, aren't those pretty? We got those for free because someone trimmed theirs and said, hey, if anybody wants to come get these, come get them. And we went and got them because the tortoise likes to eat them, but they were already big and mature. So I just set them on the dirt in that pot, and they started growing paddles like that. They were all single paddles. at first. So here's the green stalk. And this is the eggplant plant. That sounds, yeah. The aubergine plant. That, this is its second year. It's doing so good. And then here are the dandelions. These are some Italian dandelions. They're doing really good. This stuff that I don't know what it is really is doing good. The oregano is flowering. And it looks like wheat. This is oregano, but the little flower heads totally look like a grain. I don't know about that. I never knew. And then some other plants. Most of the stuff in here is on its second year, actually. Or probably like half and half. We got more. Like here's a parsley that's gone to seed. So I'm letting it go to flower. But this is my green stalk planter. Oh, here, this is zatar, which is like a Middle Eastern herb. That's gone to flower. Yeah. It's doing pretty good. I'm impressed with how many eggplants are on that little eggplant plant. Aubergine plant. Here we have some tomato plants. And we're still getting tomatoes, but I think I need to pull them. And maybe do some fried green tomatoes. Or something, because they're getting some damage. And this is the vanilla ice flower, and this was the first one, vanilla ice sunflower, and this was the first one to bloom and was looking so beautiful, and it's still getting some blooms down here, which is why I left it. So I'm gonna save some seeds from that. I've seen a lot of things online lately where they're trying to tell people how to save seeds, but they're saving them from not ripe for fruit. Like, oh, look, I bought this not ripe cantaloupe at the store, and then I'm going to save all the seeds from it and grow a cantaloupe. And that is not how that works at all. So I would just like to tell anybody who would ever watch this in the future that if you want to let your plants create seeds for you, you have to let it go all the way to the death of the plant. And then you can get some seeds. All right, these are the Roselle hibiscus. They're actually starting to look like Roselle hibiscus. The heat has come. The heat is on, and the Roselle hibiscus loves the heat. So we only have 2 plants this year. But next year we're going to grow a lot of Roselle hibiscus. Not in the raised beds either. I think we're going to grow it like out in the garden area. So, here are the tomatoes on this side, which they've stopped producing, but the plants are still growing. So I think I'm going to leave them in. And then hopefully we'll get some monsoons. Hopefully. And when the monsoons hit, they'll start producing more fruit. But right now, they're not producing fruit because it's kind of dry and hot, you know. I'm sure y'all have been seeing how they're talking about how it's the hottest ever and like we're all gonna die down here, but we're doing all right. We do make the most delicious Roselle hibiscus jam, and yeah, next year we're gonna grow a lot more. This little eggplant is an awesome eggplant that's called Littlefinger, and they kind of grow in clumps like cherries. Like, look at that. It totally reminds me of a cherry. but they're eggplants. I need to come out here and harvest all these and make some eggplants for dinner. This one has kept going and is doing great, even despite the heat. You have to remember I'm growing in the desert here, so it's been really, really hot. And my saving grace for everything is the shade sail, which I don't know if you can see the super hot sun. Oh, there it is. Bam. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, this shade blocks out 50% of the rays. Otherwise, all of this would just fry. There's no way that any of this would live if it wasn't for the shade over the top. And it kind of makes things a little shady, but you know, we're good. Here's Shelby's tunnel. Can we see her in there? Probably not. She's probably coming out. Oh, there's a big spider right there. Oh, rotate. They don't like that. Oh, look at that spider. Hey, baby. I like spiders. Here's a different kind of eggplant that I've never grown before. This is the Rosa Blanca eggplant. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've ever grown this. I didn't even know it looked that good. There's another one on here too. Where's the other one? I don't know, maybe it's gone. Anyway, that's beautiful. We'll have to try it and see how it tastes. Here are the tomato plants. Now, we've already harvested most of the tomato plants the tomatoes, because we're getting to that hot point. But like I was showing you out there, the orange peach tomato keeps on keeping on. And then look, we've still got blossoms. Even in this heat, we're still getting more tomatoes. There's a bunch in there. So even though it's getting to, you know, over 100 and whatever, fill in the blank. Oh, here's the basil. This basil's looking fantastic. I've been coming in and pinching it, so it's getting like bushier and bushier. I need to come in again. And then here is a little Mexican huckleberry plant, which keeps growing. I don't know, I guess it likes it. I should just let it. It keeps wanting to grow inside there, so. And I pull it out, but. This is some alyssum from the springtime that my mom and I planted. That is hold on and spread, and I believe will come back next year if it can, yeah, keep going. And then we'll have more alyssum in there. And that will be very nice. And so here's the roselle, and I really didn't believe this was roselle, so I started planting some, we gotta turn this way, some herbs in here. So we do have sage and Thai basil. And another Mexican huckleberry, more basil, pineapple sage. They're starting to get shaded out by the roselle though, that I didn't have faith in. I guess it's my own fault. And stevia. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to grow stevia. I probably should have trimmed this by now. I didn't think it would grow quite in that fashion. And I did trim some early on, but that's probably, I don't know, 3 feet tall from the bed. So there's some stevia for you. And here we have the cucumbers. And the melons. Excuse me. We still have some blossoms coming on. And here we have another little honeydew melon, which is probably ready to pick. The strawberries keep on putting on little strawberries, but they're not the happiest ever. They're not getting terribly large, but you know, they keep on keeping on, which is all you can do in life. Keep on keeping on. And we've got some cucumbers growing. Up here's one. These are the Armenian cucumbers, which aren't really cucumbers. And all the actual cucumbers died. Look at all this dead in there. But I'm not worrying about it. And then look at it. It goes up and up and up, and it grows over the top. And it grows across. And look, there's a baby cucumber right there, growing up in the air. Yay, it's so pretty. All right, over here we have beans, which, yeah, we've gotten a lot of flowers, but I've not really actually seen any beans, so it might just be too hot for them here. That's the key to growing here, is learning like what plants can withstand the heat, because a lot of them can't. You just gotta find the right variety. Here's some Roselle hibiscus, for instance, will grow fantastically here. I feel like you could grow this in like as a money crop. I don't know. I'm not a market farmer and I don't sell anything, and I'm not really into money, so I don't know what it's worth. Because I don't know, that's not my thing. But I feel like if you live down here, you could grow this thing like crazy and make money off of it. Here's the ginger. The ginger is also growing nicely. And there's papaya in there. Ginger and papaya and sweet potato. Look at this. This is sweet potato that I started from sweet potatoes from the store. It's not like I bought those sweet potatoes or anything. Hopefully we're still gonna get some more fruit here in the heat. We'll see. But the ginger, there's basil, there's papaya, there's sweet potato, there's a watermelon plant here. And over here, we actually have a watermelon growing. Look at that. Here are the jalapeno plants, which I need to come out and harvest. And the sun's starting to shine too brightly. I'm sorry. But we're kind of laden up with jalapenos here. And I've been letting them go red because I wanted to try to make some homemade sriracha. So we've got lots. I've already collected a big bowl of them. And then there's even more of my red jalapenos. That's pretty good. And then these are the sun gold tomatoes. Oh yeah, the jalapenos are doing good. That's too hard to see. The desert sun is rising. Look at that. You can just tell it's burning everything to death. But this dandelion's doing good. And I think this purple flower, it is from the dandelion. I don't even know if you can see that. Hold on. See if I can. All right, there we go. Hi, Shadow. Thank you for giving me kisses. I appreciate it. All right, so these little purple flowers right here are dandelion flowers. Who would have ever known? I don't know. Crazy. There's also way too much grass in here. And not the good kind either. So, yeah. There's that. I don't know. Here's the grapevine. I already harvested all the grapes. And there's Shadow. Shadow! Come here. Oh, look at you. Oh, yeah. He's the cutest. I see you. Get. There he goes. Yay. All right. There he goes again. He's doing circles now. I can't keep up. Anyway, there's a couple things left. Oh, I guess we should look at the pomegranate tree. But here is the cat's claw vine, which is like, oh, wow. It took a few years. We bought this a few years ago, 3 years ago. But look at it growing up the house. I would just love it if it covered up. The grapes were delicious. They were absolutely delicious. There's my big wind chime. And there's the cat's claw. Growing all up the house, which looks lovely. And then we have the olive tree. Look at all these olives. So neat. So very neat. So yes, we have olives growing. And we have figs too. I'm sorry, I almost forgot the figs. Look at all these figs. 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 So we've got olives, figs, that's that. We've got our strawberries and our cucumbers and our melons. And then back here, we have the pomegranates. I think that's the last thing. All right. Yeah, look at down here. Look at all these pomegranates. I don't even know if you can see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of them. The sun's coming out. Maybe I should go the other direction. But look, it's still putting on new ones. Oh, and Piggles! We can't forget Piggles. Yep. How could I forget Piggles? Never. Alright, so here we go. This is a little easier to see. All the pomegranates. There's a lot of them, even way up there. And down here. And let's see if Piggles will come out for us. This tree I'm going to probably pull out because it's not happy here. So, yeah, it's time to say goodbye. But, oh, it won't let me hold it like that. Let's see. Piglet! Come here. It's hot. She doesn't want to come. She's got some chickens. She's hanging out in the shade. I need to turn on the mister. Her tail's wagging. I don't know if you can see that. Piglet! Oh, let's see. Can I get this through here like this and this? All right. Pickle, stand up. She's hot. It's hot here. It's the desert. Whoops. She tries to spend her days chilling out. Here's Maddie. Hi, Maddie. Here's Violet. Hi, Violet. What are you two up to? Yep. And there's their fresh water there, and then there's their fresh water over there as well. And then this is where Maddie has been laying her eggs. But that's her bait egg. I leave it there so she keeps laying there. If I take it away, she'll find somewhere else. She's sneaky. And there's Piglet. But she's not going to get up because it's already hot, even though it's early in the morning. It's probably like 90 degrees already. And I need to turn on the misters. And there's Fritz. He's our new rooster. He's a frizzle. There's Annabelle. She's our new leghorn that was a rescue. And yep. All right, I guess that's all. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day and keep on keeping on. Bye.